From the Hunting School in Haverhill, this is the Bobcat News.
Hello, my name is Mariana, and this is Adriana. We are your two new anchors for this year. I am so excited to be back on Bobcat News, and I also want to give a warm welcome to all our new friends joining us this year.
We are excited to tell you all the news we have. Now let's get started.
Adriana is in our upper school, but last year she was in our lower school. Adriana, tell us about the difference between our upper school and our lower school. How was the transition from upper school to lower school?
I was kind of nervous and worried because I didn't know how it would go. Also, I was happy because I have family in the upper school too.
Not everyone has family in the upper school, so do you think it would be harder if you didn't?
It might be a bit harder because you might not have as much support when you need it, but the upper school is great and you'll love it.
What are your suggestions to make the transition easier?
I think you should just be happy and confident to be in the upper school.
Do you like going to different classes?
Yes, because I don't have to sit in the same classroom all day like in the lower school.
Thank you, Adriana. And now on to more Bobcat News with Brandon.
Hello, I am Brandon Silva here with Charlotte Wilcox to tell us about VIP. What is VIP doing this month?
VIP is doing an assembly for the fourth graders about Martin Luther King. There's going to be speeches, there's going to be songs, there's going to be trivia, and I'm going to sing.
What are the meetings?
The meetings are usually on Wednesdays, but on the 11th and the 17th, we're doing special meetings so we can prep for the assembly.
What is VIP doing with the community?
The Haverhill High VIP works more with the community than the middle school community does, but all the other VIP programs at all the different schools in Haverhill, we all work together, so we're all our own little community.
What does VIP stand for?
Violence and Prevention.
What does VIP do?
VIP works together. We do a lot of activities like we are doing with the assembly. It's very good for kids to get out of their shell, be in a safe environment for them to try new things and build leadership skills.
Who is the VIP director?
The VIP director is our health teacher, Ms. Curry.
Is VIP taking new people?
VIP is currently full. We have a lot of members and it's very crowded in the room. We have a list called the waiting list. So if a student wants to join VIP, they'll be put on that list. If a student in VIP decides to, quit VIP, then someone on the waiting list can join VIP.
Thank you, Charlotte. Now on to more Bobcat News with Jenna.
Hello, I'm Jenna Santo. Here with me is Miss O'Brien, coach of the cheerleading team and the pep squad. Miss O'Brien, how long have you been cheerleading for?
I started cheerleading when I was your age, Jenna, when I was in 5th grade, and I've cheered all the way through middle school, high school, and then in college.
How long have you been coaching cheer for?
I started coaching right out of college, and I only took a few years off when I started having children, who are now here at this school, and I've been cheering probably, I don't want to tell you how long, it's been a long time.
What is the pep squad doing this year?
The pep squad started out just being a skill-based pep squad, learning skills and learning drills, and now all the members of the pep squad have been moved up to the sideline squad and they're all cheering on the floor with the rest of the team.
What is the cheer team doing this year?
The cheer team, we have 2 cheerleading teams in the school. We have we have 44 girls and 1 boy who are on our team, and they are cheering at every single home game, away game, and then we have a competition squad that will be competing at schools around Massachusetts through February.
Will there be any more fundraisers this year?
Yes, we're always fundraising. We actually want to fundraise for going to camp this summer. We are looking to go to Great Wolf Lodge for 3 days, and we are looking to do a lot more skills and drills training and choreography.
And for our last question, you said that you had a company called Spirit Box. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. I started a company while I started working here as a technology teacher at Hunking Middle, And it is a gift subscription box for cheerleaders, and we've grown so fast that we now offer boxes for cheerleaders, dancers, and gymnasts, as well as girls ages 4 through 16.
Congratulations to Mrs. Karen's 4th grade class for winning the food drive with about 450 cans. Thanks to all that participated. Also, a big thank you to all that donated $1 to the Merrimack Valley gas explosion victims. Also, thanks to everyone who donated to the Salvation Army. We got over 100 gifts. Now on to more Bobcat News with Gavin.
Hi, my name is Gavin. Today we will be talking about Hamilton, and I will be reviewing the soundtrack and the play. Hamilton made its Broadway debut in February 17, 2015, and won many Tony Awards the year after at the 70th Tony Awards in 2016. It stars Lin-Manuel Miranda as Alexander Hamilton, Philippe Sue as Eliza Hamilton, and Leslie Odom Jr. as Aaron Burr. It has very good songs, and it revolves around hip-hop and Alexander Hamilton's personal life and the American Revolution. I think the hip-hop will be a good way to engage students into listening to the soundtrack and learning more about the American Revolution. It is a very good musical with a very good director and lyricist, Lin-Manuel Miranda. He is now starring in Mary Poppins Returns as Jack the Lamplighter. It is a very good movie, and Lin-Manuel Miranda is very talented and a very talented lyricist, dancer, and singer, and rapper, apparently. Philippe Sue is a very talented singer with very good textures of acting and singing. And Leslie Odom Jr. plays Aaron Burr. He is very good at acting mad and as a poor sport by killing Alexander Hamilton in the play. And it has a very good storyline by involving a love triangle between Alexander Hamilton, Angelica Schuyler, and Eliza Hamilton. And he dies, apparently, sad, and he has a son named Philip Hamilton, and there's a lot of sadness, happiness, and angriness in the play. Now we are on to more Bobcat News with Julia Smida.
Hello, this is Julia Smider reporting with a shout out to Mr. Murrin. I would like to talk about the different ways Mr. Murrin teaches affects the way we see the classroom. Mr. Murrin likes to think of us as scholars. Every day before we enter the classroom, he shakes our hands and says good morning. This brightens my day and gives me a good attitude to work off of. We have 3 different teams, the green team, the red team, and the blue team. At the end of every class, we all put our attention to the pride board. We go over the different values of pride and rate our behavior. If it showed perseverance, respect, integrity, discipline, and enthusiasm. Mr. Murrin never lies to us. He decides if we deserve our pride rating or not. At the end of every month, we add up the points, and the team with the most points gets a party and is declared the pride class champions of that month. I think this encourages kids to try harder in class. Thank you, Mr. Murrin. And now on to more Bobcat News.
Hello, Hunking. It's Liliana and Maddie here. We all know the familiar speech, "I have a dream," from the celebrated and well-known Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But did you know Dr. King skipped the 9th and 12th grade and went to college at only 15? Also, he was one of the youngest people ever to be awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964 at the age of 35 years old.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day was celebrated for the first time on January 20th, 1986. Also, all 50 states did not recognize Martin Luther King Jr. Day as a paid holiday until the year of 2000. Another fun fact is that over 1,000 streets are named after Dr. King. That's it for us. Now on to sports.
I'm David Mercier, and this is John Papageorgiou, sports reporters for Bobcat News. The Red Sox celebrated their 100th-year rivalry with the Yankees by defeating the Bronx Bombers for America League Division Championship. Chris Sale won the first game 5-4 with the help of J.D. Martinez' 3-run home run. Yankee slugger and energized tried to rub the Game 2 loss in Red Sox faces by playing the song New York, New York as he walked out of Fenway Park. That was a bad decision because Nathan Eovaldi quieted the Yankee crowd in the New York with a dominant pitching performance in 3 by holding them to 1 run. At the same time, the Red Sox offense scored 16 runs following the lead of Brock Holt, who hit for the cycle. Rick Porcello won Game 4 as the Red Sox held off the Yankees by a score of 5-4. Those Yankees will have to sing the blues now while they watch the Red Sox in the American League Championships against the Houston Astros. Another great one. After the best of the 7 series started with a split at Fenway Park, the Red Sox won to dominate with the amazing performance of Mookie Betts, J.D. Martinez, Andrew Benintendi, and Rick Porcello. Over to you, John.
Guess what happened to the Red Sox this year? They won the World Series. After a long, exciting road to the World Series, winning 108 out of 162 games this season, they settled in as the best team in the American League. They won the first, second, and fourth and fifth games of the World Series, beating the LA Dodgers 4-1. The Dodgers' Game 3 win was the longest World Series game ever. It lasted 18 innings, the equivalent of 2 whole games, and took 7.5 hours to play. The game started at 8 p.m. and ended at 3:30 in the morning, when Mac Muncy hit the game-winning walk-off home run to make the score 3-2. That did not stop the Red Sox, though. Despite being discouraged, they won Game 4 9-6. They had a nice Game 5 triumph as well, with Stephen Pearce, World Series MVP winner, hitting a 2-run home run in the first inning. That's it for sports news. Now on to Tyler with a special guest.
Hello, my name is Tyler Jocelyn, here today with 2-time Olympian Molly Sullivan-Sliney. Molly was a member of the 1988 and 1992 United States Olympic fencing team. She has won 2 gold medals in the 1987 and 1991 Pan American Games. While fencing for the University of Notre Dame, she was the NCAA Women's Foil Individual Champion in 1986 and 1988. She was the U.S. National Champion in 1985, and in 1987, she led the Notre Dame women's fencing team to an NCAA championship by posting a 10-0 record in a tournament. Molly graduated with a 160-14 record, and Notre Dame named her 1980s Female Athlete of the Decade and has been an active public speaker and fencing instructor for the Greater Boston area since 1992. Molly, what is fencing?
Fencing is one of the modern Olympic sports. It's one of the original modern Olympic sports.
What are the different types of fencing?
There are 3 different types of weapons. There's épée, there's foil, and there's saber. Okay? Foil was always originally the training weapon. So in foil you try to hit the vital organs, which arms, legs, and head do not count. Épée was the dueling weapon originally, and that was where you can hit anywhere on the body. And saber was more a cavalry sword, and with that you can hit from the waist up, and that's different than the foil and the épée. With saber, you can hit with the side of the blade as well as the tip of the blade.
How did you become interested in fencing?
I started fencing when I was 10 years old. I started fencing because I was having a lot of trouble in school. I actually am dyslexic, and so what happened was someone introduced me to the sport of fencing, and my coach, he was kind of magical. He kind of reached in and turned my light on and kind of made me interested in pursuing and becoming the best that I can be.
Thank you, Molly, for joining us today here on Bobcat News. Now let's hear from Ava on the elephant tragedy.
Hi, Hugging Bobcats. It's Ava Rada here reporting on the animal life.
Today we'll be talking about elephants and what's happened with them today. Elephants eat all types of different plants, such as fruits and bushes. But today, things aren't going so well for them. In their tusks, there's a fine jewelry named ivory. Now, poachers just rip off their tusks or even their face. It is very sad and selfish. That is Avery Rita with Bobcat News of the Elephant. Now let's hear from Alex and Ryan.
I am Alex Pinardi here with Ryan Ivansey. I am so excited to tell you about a great opportunity for Hunking students and staff. A therapy dog named Bear will be visiting our students twice a month, which started in December. Therapy dogs provide affection and comfort to individuals in schools, hospitals, nursing homes, and other facilities.
Bear is a golden retriever and has received all of the credentials of a therapy dog. Bear and his handler, Beth Sarah Shabona, work closely with the Pets and People Foundation. Now back to our anchors.
I hope you all enjoyed this month's Bobcat News. Now here is my co-anchor, Mariana, signing off.
Thank you for joining us for our January segment. It's not too late to join Bobcat News. Talk to Ms. Surratt in room 213.
If you have any suggestions, please email us at ksurratt@haverhill-ps.org.
Thank you for watching Bobcat News.